everybody, my name is Mingqua. Today we're going to be talking about eclipses. So this phrase is very commonly in the astronomy world, right? So what is eclipse? Eclipse is what we call as an astronomical event. That means it's an event that you see the word astronomical. Astro here, the prefix astro means stars. So astronomical event is an event that's related to stars and related to troughs out in the planet. And so it is called as an event for a reason because it rarely happens or doesn't really happen on a daily basis. So what are the two most common eclipses that humanity has ever seen? First is solar eclipse and secondly is lunar eclipse. So what are these two types of astronomical events? These specific two types of astronomical events are occurred because of the aligning of the sun, the earth, and the moon. S stands for sun, E stands for earth, and M stands for moon. So it is all just about the align of it. On whether or not, when would they come in a straight line, when would which planet be in between of which, that creates what we kindly call today as eclipses. So let's look at these two types of eclipse. First is solar eclipse. This type of eclipse is what that you really cannot commonly see. It's what called as solar eclipse. Solar eclipse is the eclipse when moon blocks the sun. Very simple. So basically some people say like that. So solar eclipse is when our earth is here, right? The moon is here and the sun is here. So remember, they all lines up in a straight line. So if you ever say, hey, earth, moon, sun, line up straight, then that's going to be the situation when solar eclipse happen. And so what's so crazy about this is that it is very rare. Because why? The moon here is not any common moon. It is the new moon. Now first, you may ask, why new moon? Why not something else? Well, let's imagine again the picture of a solar eclipse. Now I can't show you the picture of it since I really don't have any way to show it to you guys. But if you guys search Google, you guys will see a picture of a dark, like super dark circle, and then on the outside of it is just like a ring of light. It's very bright. And so you guys might wonder, why is that? Now here's the thing. We all know the new moon is when the moon is completely dark, right? So that is when here's the moon and here's the sun. So only this side of the moon is being light, right? So that's when the new moon happens. And when our earth is here, we could be able to see the new moon. But what's so crazy about this is that of course it needs a new moon. But that new moon must be right in the very middle. Now you guys might ask, usually the moon and the sun still stays like that for us to have what's called as a new moon, right? But that's not the case. A lot of time, it could still happen, but there could still be a new moon, but it does not directly align with each other. So the earth could be here, and the moon could be somewhere here, and the sun could be somewhere. So it does not actually have to align straight on a line every time there's a new moon. So that's why it's so important that it must be straight on a line for it to be a solar eclipse. Why? Because here, in this situation, this is the new moon, right? But then the sun is so close, it's closer, and also it's radiating light. So it radiates out, and that's what creates the bright ring that we think it is. But it's actually not a ring, it's just the light. And what we call that ring of light is antinumbra. Alright, now let's talk about lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse is the eclipse when the earth blocks the sun. So, have you guys ever heard of those phrases of the blood moon? That sounds crazy, right? But that's basically just the moon having the color dark. So why? This is when the here's the sun, here's the earth, here's the moon. That is it. So, for example, here's our earth, here's our moon, and here's our sun, here's our earth, and here's our moon. So that is when you guys will see the moon will passes the earth in this sense. So the light will passes through the earth and it will pass to the moon. And then that's what creates as the lunar eclipse. So today we learned about two types of eclipse, which is solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. We all know is that they are pretty rare, but if you ever got a chance to experience these, please make sure that you do not look directly at it, and if it's on daytime, please wear your glasses on. Also, important reminder, these are all very, very natural things of our nature, of our universe, and so we need to appreciate it, not just because of the rareness, but also because of the beauty of it. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.